This one, not too exciting, but I think we should touch on it a little bit. Amari Cooper, bro, he's starting the season. He's starting the camp off on the PUP list. Now, it's not the PUP list where he's automatically out 6 weeks. We want to make that clear. At this point, he can come back at any time as long as he's not on it before the season starts. But right now, he starts on the PUP list. He's got an ankle problem. I believe he had surgery back on January, and it's still giving him some issues. You have any concerns with Coop?
I had to pick him up in a couple of startups just because of the value. I thought where I was at, I had to pick him up, and definitely signs of concern for me. I had to pick him up, like I told you, in a couple of super flex drafts this year, some startups forcefully because the value was there. It's definitely not a good start to change my feeling about drafting him. I think Zeke, CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, and Jarwin get a bump in upside for sure for the start off of the season, and depending on the severity of the situation. That's a high passing offense that looked great last year before Prescott went down, man. Could this be the start to of Amari Cooper's decline? It could be, folks. I'm selling right now more than ever, and I'm trying to get the most value I can for him, hands down. To me, it's serious already. With all the time during the offseason, he's had to heal. He's about to hit an age cliff, so definitely something to think about. It's definitely time to get active. We're going to start getting more reports and blurs from training camp. So you got to be active if you want to get those diamonds in the rough before they pop off. That's what Dynasty football is all about. And I think that this is the year that CeeDee Lamb cements himself in that offense. And I think that Gallup's going to have a great year. Like I said, I think they all have a bump in onside. That offense is going to pass the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried, but not too much, right? I mean, if it's just training camp is just starting. Now, if we're going 2-3 weeks into training camp and he's not out there practicing, now you can start to get concerned, right? But I think Cooper's going to come back. I agree with you. I think selling Cooper this year is a smart move, but I also think doing it right now is not the way to go, right? This is not a situation where he's out for the year. We know, as long everything we know says he's going to come back soon. I say, and we know he's going to do well. Like you said, they're a passing offense. Dak is a beast. The whole team is fire offensively. So you wait a little bit. You let Cooper get back to playing. He comes up with a couple good games. You put him on the block. That's how you get the maximum value. But I agree with you. Now is the time to sell because I think it's going to be, even if the ankle issue doesn't linger, you know, just in general, he might not even be with the Cowboys next year. There's an out on his clause with, he signed a $100 million deal. They can get out on it. They can get out of it next year. So, like you said, CeeDee Lamb could be taking over. To me, this does make Gallup more interesting. Like you said it yourself, the defense stinks. Dak is back. Gallup is still a wide receiver with upside. But if something were to happen to keep Coop out, Gallup is a plug-and-play wide receiver too, and he's going as a wide receiver 48. I grab him wherever I can, bro. I think in Dirty Dozen, I traded, I think, somebody for Gallup. People are like, why are you trading for this guy? He's like the third wide receiver on his own team. And he can put up great games as the wide receiver 3 on his own team. And if CeeDee Lamb or Cooper goes out, Gallup is a wide receiver 2. And you can get him cheap as fuck. So, and he's a free agent. So if they don't pay him big money to keep him, just like we talked about Juju, he's going to go out as a free agent. He's going to sign somewhere, and somewhere is going to make him either the 1A or the 1B on an offense, and then you're getting the value as if he's going to be long-term the wide receiver 3 on the Cowboys, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, Gallup's a sleeper, bro. I think he's super majorly disrespected on the rankings all the time. He has a good rapport with Dak Prescott. I like that kid.
Yeah,
it's just he's in. They got a good receiving core, and he kind of like got lost in the shuffle. I don't know how, but I'm excited for him.
Yeah, and like we talked about it, those are the type of players you go out and buy when everybody's just seeing him as a wide receiver 3 in a crowded wide receiver room, and they're not paying attention to his contract status, right? The Cowboys can't afford to pay Amari Cooper, Zeke, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and the other people on the team, and then go and pay Gallup a big contract. They can't, bro. So either they're gonna get out of Amari Cooper's contract, which makes Gallup the number 2 on a high powered offense, which means you want him, or Gallup's gonna leave, get paid to go somewhere else and be the man, which means you want him. And guess what? You're buying him now at wide receiver 48 prices. That's fucking money in the bank. Like it's silly how easy. It's silly how easy fantasy football can be sometimes. So
Yep.